It's Bianca, and as many of you know, I went to the Pacific Northwest to try to visit all of the Twilight Saga and movie locations, but in this process I also did something a little more, well, insane. I dressed like Bella Swan the entire time I was there. Her style is reminiscent of how I used to dress in middle school, so I set out to heal the part of me that looks back and feels uncomfortable in my own skin. Here is dressing like Bella Swan for a week. A big thank you to CRICUT for sponsoring today's video. Now, if you have not heard, CRICUT is an innovative craft-focused machine that helps you create projects you've thought up in your head. They go beyond a variety of machines though. CRICUT provides tools to make DIY activities simpler yet more powerful than you could have ever imagined. CRICUT's goal is to completely transform the way people think about crafting, designing, and making. In this video, I'll be using my CRICUT Joy Extra to work on some super fun and nostalgic crafts that are reminiscent of my trip to the Pacific Northwest and the aesthetic I'm attempting in this week-long lookbook. Everything you'd like to know about CRICUT, as well as everything I will be using of theirs, will be linked in my description. More on this incredible design in a bit. Let's get to day one's outfit. The best thing that could have happened to me ever is that I literally pulled up in front of the Twilight house and now it just started raining. And I also tripped. And Jacob or Edward is not here to sweep me up, but at least I'm wearing a movie accurate outfit to play make-believe in. This is the start to the most fun fashion vlog, I swear. There's a scene in Twilight where Bella Swan is walking out of her house wearing a gray button-up cardigan, skinny jeans, and a white camisole underneath. In the past few months, I've been so excited to find and piece together this look in preparation for seeing the Swan residence for the first time. Look at the house, guys. This is Swan residence. This rocks.
And it's so Twilight-y out right now.
This is amazing. It's incredible to cosplay a little bit, but it's even more insane to actually visit the locations in full garb. Of course, this has my own unique spin on it, but this is a moment, and to be frank, an outfit that I'll never be able to wear again in its entirety. It means too much to leave it where it was found, in St. Helens, Oregon, dancing around the drizzle on my first day in what I and many others deem Twilight Land. Cafe, and we're gonna go inside in a few minutes and eat. This is crazy. I actually think the crazier part about all of this is that the outfit that I wore matches perfectly to what Bella did. This was a pretty accurate outfit for our adventure to the local diner, some nearby filming locations, and the woodsy forest scenes. This is the spot of the lion and the lamb. I wore a light-colored long-sleeve thumbhole top with buttons, my brown coat, which was a statement piece in Bella's wardrobe, skinny jeans originally from Abercrombie & Fitch, all thrifted, and Converse. We ate, then played around in the woods just as the characters did.
As if you could outrun me! As if you could fight me off.
Speaking of bad boys who show us their true selves inevitably, I wanted to make some stickers to mirror that very concept. I turned to my CRICUT Joy Extra to get the ideas rolling. Their free software called CRICUT Design Space is super user-friendly, and even if you're a beginner, you can get creating with preset designs, preloaded imagery, and simple to follow steps for making whatever you wish. In my case, I was searching for images of vampire fangs to use. Once I found one from Design Space that I liked best, I loaded it into a blank canvas. From the canvas, I started playing around with text and fonts. Design Space has hundreds to choose from. I've been a little witty lately and I wanted these stickers to totally showcase that, so I got to my silly fangirl self to type out some words. They read, "A book about vampires." It's perfect. Let's get to our CRICUT corner, which I've been calling the desk in my sister's room I hijacked for a craft section. In lieu of my stickers, I printed out 2 on regular computer paper, one as like a regular quality, and then I tested out the best quality just to see if it could get like more vibrant. Now I'm gonna go ahead and load this printable vinyl into my actual printer, not my CRICUT, and have them print out because I'm happy with what these look like. Obviously, as you can see, those 2 are just computer paper, and this is on the sticker sheet because you could tell it's a sticker. This is so exciting and super easy to use. I'm gonna let these dry a little bit, and then we're gonna get onto the CRICUT of cutting them. Oh my god. Guys, we made it to our next destination, which is Multnomah Falls. This is also where they filmed, you guessed it, the baseball scene. So look at the back of my jersey in action. It's so cute. And Jordan's wearing one that says Cullen.
Even though, of course, he is not Edward Cullen. Tia, Tia, Tia. Isn't that fun? It's La Push, baby, La Push.
This is my take on if Bella would have chosen Jacob and stayed human. Eventually, she would have had some life in her, taken more risks, including fashion choices. The res would have influenced her decisions to wear colors respective to nature and emulate the warmth of the wolves. I still kept to her long sleeve thumbhole shirts, but I swapped the skinny jeans out for a brown denim skirt, kept the Converse but threw on Team Jacob socks for fun, and a beanie. Some parts of me want to believe that the beanie is an ode to Jacob's longer hair turned short. Who knows? It's all fun and games in fashion styling. I was a fashion designer my entire teenage life. I was gonna say my entire life, but like I didn't give it up, but I became a little bit, impractical of sorts when it came to designing, and I think that's where Cricut is amazing because it is practical and it's very easy and it's a concrete thing that can always just be set up in a space in your home, and I find that rather imaginable because I used to have to set up my sewing machine, and of course sewing and cricketing are vastly different things, but sometimes with sewing I used to get very frustrated and I used to get a little bit like almost discouraged, and I'm a very good sewer, but there's a time and a place for everything because I'm also a pattern maker. So to make patterns, it does require a lot of time and effort, and just over the years I kind of grew out of having that time to design. My whole rant about this is the fact that Cricut kind of does it all with a lot more ease. Which is why today we're making a super practical tote bag with my CRICUT Joy Extra. I opened up Design Space to start brainstorming what I'd want my tote to say, and although there's plenty of really cool designs to choose from, I wanted something that would bring me back to that 2008 Hot Topic aesthetic. I used to own so many items from fandoms I was a part of, but I've either grown out of them or lost them somewhere in the art of growing up. I had gotten familiar with certain Cricut materials by now, so I felt comfortable to test out their smart iron-on sheets. Basically, what I ended up doing was layering the phrase I wanted with two different colors, black and white. I let the words teenage vampires stick out in white, while the rest of the phrase took a back seat in contrast to pair with my new red tote. This process was really easy, and as someone who grew up DIYing shirts for concerts, events, and dance competitions, the Cricut process for real blew that old school approach out of the water. I couldn't be more impressed with myself and how easy it was to find Cricut Learn videos on certain aspects of the project if I needed help, and I am so happy with the result that I wish I could go back in time to bring this on my road trip too. Cricut is certainly worth the investment, and my tote would have come in handy when I was rock collecting at the Real La Push Beach in Washington State. Today I woke up in Forks, Washington. Obviously, to match said activities, I am dressed perfectly like Bella Swan. I have my lace cami on underneath my thrifted paisley long sleeve tight top. I wish it was a little bit tighter because Bella wore her clothes so tight, like XXXS from Abercrombie and Fitch. And I used to dress like that in middle school as well, but if you guys want to see more outfitty kinds of videos, I did do an entire thrifting Twilight core aesthetic kind of clothing very recently, so I'll link that somewhere up here. I truly think I saved the best for last with this outfit. As you already know, the entirety of what I've put together throughout the whole video was thrifted, but for this particular piece, I did not realize I was wearing Bella's exact shirt until I rewatched the movie during my time in Oregon. I literally gasped, and I could not wait to wear the shirt in Washington a mere couple of days later. It was the most peaceful to put this outfit together, and I'll be honest, even though I got soaked this day from the Real La Push Beach, my shirt and its symbolism to childhood memories and characters I adored kept me warm all evening. Even when we went to the restaurant where Bella and Edward had their first date. It was such a lovely end of an era outfit, I'm calling it, to wrap a wonderful trip full of magical styles. Thank you so much for watching all of these magical videos. Again, I want to thank Cricut for sponsoring this video, and if you guys want to play around with the Cricut, create a little bit, I do have links to all Cricut things in my description. Please make sure you're subscribed, and if you need to catch up on all things travel vlogs, you know where to find me. So I hope I'll find you in my next video.